Welcome to this presentation by the Retirement Services Division. This presentation will discuss the various survivor options available to elect at the time of retirement. But before we get started, a quick disclaimer. While this presentation is designed to answer most of the questions we have on this retirement topic, it is important to remember that not every detail can be covered. Please note that in the unlikely event that information in this presentation conflicts with the applicable retirement statutes, regulations, and decided cases that construe them, those authorities are the true governing law and should be deferred to in any such event. Once you retire, you, the retiree, will receive benefits for the rest of your life. You may also choose to have benefits paid after your death to another person whom you designate. How much that person receives and for how long depends on which survivor option you select. Whether that person receives health insurance after you die also depends on your option choice. Choosing to provide for survivor benefits will reduce your monetary benefit. Please review the benefit estimator on Core CT or the OSC website to review the reduction. This is a one-time choice you must make at the time you retire. In most cases, once you select an option, it can never be changed, regardless of what happens in the future. There are three important features that all survivor options have in common. First, accepting a smaller benefit for yourself during your retirement will provide a benefit to your survivors. How much smaller depends on the option you select. Second, if you qualify for retiree health insurance, it's important to recognize that the survivor option you elect at retirement will also affect whether they continue to have health insurance after your death. You see, as long as you are alive, you will receive a monetary benefit. And with that monetary benefit, if applicable, you will be able to provide health insurance to your eligible dependents. But when you die, whether health insurance will continue to your dependents will depend on whether a monetary benefit continues to be paid. If you elect to have benefits stop at your death, or after a fixed period of time, health insurance benefits will stop as well. If payments were to end, your eligible dependents would be offered COBRA at full cost for a fixed period of time. Last, this is a one-time, irrevocable choice. You select an option at the time you retire. Once you've made your selection, it can never be changed. You can't change it if your designated survivor dies before you do, and you can't change it if you designate your spouse and end up getting divorced after you retire. At the time of your retirement, you will be presented with 4 payment options. Over the next few slides, we will discuss the 4 different survivor options and how each affects your lifestyle regarding money and health benefits in retirement. You must choose only one when you retire. Option D is called the Straight Life Annuity. This option provides you with the highest monthly monetary benefit during your lifetime. However, all benefits stop at your death, including health insurance for any eligible dependents if applicable. Eligible dependents would be offered COBRA at full cost for a fixed period of time. If there are any retirement contributions remaining that have not yet been paid out through your pension at the time of your death, those contributions will be paid to your designated beneficiary or beneficiaries in a lump sum. Option A is the 50% spouse benefit. This option first provides a reduced monthly monetary benefit to you for life. How much your benefit is reduced is based on the age both you and your spouse are closest to at the time of your retirement. Under this option, 50% of that monetary benefit will continue after your death to your spouse for your surviving spouse's lifetime. Under this option, if you are still married at the time of your death and qualified for retiree health insurance, then your surviving spouse will be eligible for retiree health care, provided you are married at the time of your passing. Option B is the 50% or 100% survivor benefit, also referred to as the contingent annuitant. Like option A, 50% to spouse, this option also provides a reduced monthly benefit to you for your lifetime. After your death, payments will continue to the person you choose for the rest of that person's lifetime. We call that person an annuitant. Your contingent annuitant can be any one person. This person does not need to be a spouse or a family member, although you are free to name a spouse under this option. Your annuitant can receive either 50% or 100% of the benefit you received. You choose either 50% or 100% at the time you retire. If you choose the 100% option, your monetary benefit throughout the course of your own lifetime would be reduced further to provide a higher benefit to your survivor at the time of your death. If you qualify for retiree health insurance, Your annuitant, provided they are an eligible dependent, will also be eligible for retiree health insurance, with premiums deducted from the pension payments for as long as they maintain eligibility status. Please note, if you choose a 100% survivor option for someone who is not your spouse and who is more than 10 years younger than you, federal law may put an additional limit on the amount your annuitant receives after your death. Option C is known as the 10-year or 20-year period certain. This option provides reduced monthly payments to you for your lifetime. The reduction is based only on you, the retiree's age at retirement, and not the named annuitant. If you die within the period certain, 10 years or 20 years of your retirement, whichever you choose, then the person or persons you designate will continue to receive the equivalent of 100% of your monthly payments until the end of that 10-year or 20-year period. In other words, if you die 15 years after retiring, and if you selected the 20-year option, your designee will receive a pension for another 5 years. The annuitant may also be eligible for retiree health insurance provided they were an eligible dependent, but only until that remaining 5-year period ends. As explained on the previous slide, if you, the retiree, are still alive after the period certain, 10 or 20 years, you will continue to get paid for as long as you live. But in that case, no one else would receive benefits after your death. This is the only option where you may elect more than one annuitant. They would receive equal shares if you passed away before the period expired. Option C also creates an exception to the rule that your choice of option is irrevocable. If your contingent annuitant dies before the end of the 10 or 20-year period you selected, then in that one case, you may name a new contingent annuitant. If you are married on the day you retire, and if on that date you will have been married to your current spouse for at least 1 year, then there are restrictions on your choice of survivor options. You are free to select options A or B with your spouse as the annuitant. Those are the options that provide a lifetime benefit to your spouse. However, be advised that if you do not provide a lifetime benefit for your spouse, you and said spouse must complete a notarized spousal waiver, providing written consent that your spouse understands what the effects of your election will be, that they will not continue to receive benefits for their lifetime. If you qualify for retiree health insurance, they must also acknowledge that they understand they will not receive retiree health insurance after your death if you do not choose an option that protects them for the rest of their life. Regardless of the option you choose, if you qualify for retiree health insurance, your eligible dependent will continue to receive health insurance as long as they maintain eligibility status and you are alive. However, your option choice will determine whether a monetary and health insurance benefit is paid after your death. To qualify for health insurance after your death, your surviving contingent annuitant must be your eligible dependent, maintain eligibility status, and monetary payments must continue to be paid. If money stops, so will health insurance. We thank you for watching this presentation, and please visit our website for all of our self-help videos and tools to help you in making your retirement decisions.